this is going to be horribly unexciting, but it's a relatively nice day out and it's not hot, so I get to wonder about the more esoteric things, like, do I order things from Amazon because I like the boxes? They're very useful size to put things into, like papers and envelopes and all those love letters that I get from you guys that I don't actually get because, well, there's lots of good reasons why I don't. But they had a sale recently that I found out through Kotaku. For a webcam. And part of why I'm getting this is because I'm horribly insecure because of how ugly I am. And so I have a webcam now. And I've been thinking about adding it, but I will probably still not show my face if I do because I'm very insecure and ugly, and you guys don't need to be seeing that stuff, but people seem to like YouTube videos where you can see the expressions and mannerisms of the person streaming or videoing or whatever. I don't know if I really care. I mean, pragmatically, I mean, I don't have, well, I guess I do have tits, but it's because I'm fat. But I don't have a desirable bosom to be stared at. So there's less of an aspect of lasciviousness that I can appeal to. But I decided to get this because it was like super cheap, and it does do 60 frames per second, or so I'm told. Although you can't see that. Let's see, can I zoom in? So this says HD 1080p, but I don't think it'll do 60 frames a second at 1080p. Apparently those are like the $300 webcams, and this was, I think, 30 something. And considering how disappointed I was from Prime Day, where I wanted to just buy a cheap second monitor, and honestly my budget was like $25-30. I figured I'd get like a super ghetto cheap monitor, and I was unable to do that because, well, as everyone knows by now, the Prime Day deals were garbage. But it seems like this comes with a lot of extraneous cardboard. God, we're going to snap this just trying to get it out. Oh my God, this is fucking horrible. Jesus. Okay, and it folds? And it rotates 360. Oh, and folds that way. Oh, that's kind of spiffy. Of course, my monitor is really high up, so I don't know if I'm going to mount it on the side of, or on the top or the side of my monitor. I guess if I can clip it like this, I'd be able to clip it onto the side of the monitor and do that. Otherwise, it's going to look really weird. But so I've been actually looking into buying a Máscara Luchador for a while. Just haven't been able to find anywhere decent to do that. Mostly because I'm cheap, and the prices that they're wanting to charge are probably very fair, but just more than I'm willing to spend. But if I'm able to find one, someone that will make me one fairly cheap, I'm gonna do that. I don't want to like just buy one because it's someone else's mask, and I'm not comfortable. This will not autofocus. Why are you not autofocusing? There we go. I'm not comfortable wearing someone else's mask because I wouldn't want to disrespect them like that. But if I can get someone to design one for me, that would be kind of cool. And before, well, like no one watches my videos, so there won't be any outrage. But while I may not wrestle, I feel comfortable drawing on my Latino heritage for that kind of thing. Because yeah, I'm a dirty spick. I get to say that because I'm actually Spanish, and so we can always make fun of our own races. Kind of like how the blacks can always like use nigga all the time, and it's cool. I don't know. That's a huge discussion. That, I mean, like, is it okay for them to say it? Does anyone care? Why is it even important? But I don't know. There's all kinds of cultural and political things going on. This doesn't have that same shape that a lot of the Logitech extension cords do, where it's like some kind of like flared thing on the end. And I think I'm glad of that because that shape is kind of annoying. But this seems to have a fairly long cable. Let's see. I mean, you won't get a good grip on how long the cable is, I guess. This one here looks to be about 3 feet long. This is probably about another 2 or 3 feet. Yeah, it's about another, another 3 feet. So you got about 6 foot of cable here when you plug it in, which will probably stretch as far as is reasonably needed. And of course, soon I will have opinions on how well this actually works and how it's going to stick onto things. Let's look at the important information. Not that any of this information is really important. I've got a picture here. Oh, it's even focusing. So it comes with a box, which equals cam plus extension plus 2 pieces of paper. And this has some really annoying way of latching onto things. And it seems to have a tripod mount. Is that what this is supposed to be? Or maybe what this is supposed to be? How the fuck's this gonna... Oh! Oh! Okay, well, dude, look at that shit. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay. So this has a tripod mount, too. But I will investigate as to whether or not this does 30 or 60 frames a second and at what resolution. Because that's actually what I'm curious about. I don't expect 60 frames a second 1080p because I think that's still unreasonable for a $30 webcam to do. Considering how much the camera that I'm using to do this costs and how much it costs and what it's able to do. So I got a decent camera, but so anyway, if you're curious as to what all is in the box of the C615, there you go.